Hello, this is Roberto and this is the HVAC is my channel. Today we're going to be talking about number of occupants by code for ventilation calculation. Alright, so let's get into it. So anytime that we want to perform the ventilation calculation, which is one of the first steps in an HVAC mechanical design, we need to know what applicable code we have. Okay, so for example, in this case, we're going to take as an example Washington, D.C. So based on the location of Washington, D.C., and then in another video, we showed how to find the applicable code. So for Washington, D.C., if we want to calculate the ventilation, so we need to find the code, which is in this case, IMC, International Mechanical Code 2015, and I'm recording as 2023 because this can change. The next code is going to be 2018. All right, so when we're doing the ventilation calculation, you know, we have this formula: outside air is going to be equal, and this is going to be RP. All right, that's going to be PZ plus the other calculus. Right here we have RA and we have AZ, right? And everything is divided by, let's put in here a divided by EZ, distribution effectiveness, right? Okay, so what happens is, since we have already this code, in this code IMC 20, International Mechanical Code 2015, we have a table. The table is shown on the right. So let's put that on the right here, see? In this table, what we have is what is in here, the OD. This is the column called OD, occupant density. Let's put in here occupant, see, occupant density, okay, occupant density, which is pretty much the number of people, okay, divided by 1,000 per every 1,000 square feet, okay? So on the other side, we have RP, and then on the other side, we have RA, right? See, RA. And then what is AZ? AZ is it's pretty much the area. See, area provided by the architect. The architect will tell you what the area is. So this is by table and this is by table. So we do not know what is the number of people. See? In order to find the PZ, which is the number of people, we have two options, number of people, okay? For the number of people, the architect could show you the furniture or the number of occupants. So this could be provided by the architect, right? Or the owner. You can always request depending on the occupancy classification. For example, in here you have different classifications, right? See? We have bowling alleys, disco dance floors, you have gym, stadiums, health club, different items. So the architect will provide you the number of people, or you can always use the code value. I call it code value. Saying the code value, I mean using the occupant density. So you have two avenues. So usually in the beginning of your design, the architect even doesn't know how many occupants. So everything is still changing. So in the beginning of the design, we go for a conservative value and then we use the code value. So for example, in this case, we're gonna use this as an example. Oh, let's put this in here. This is gonna be the example. I have a gym, right? I have a gym, and the gym has this. See, it's like this, the gym. See, in the floor plan, it shows like this space is a gym. All right, and this gym is gonna be 1,200 square feet, right? So in the 1,200 square feet, we're gonna have like this. This is a treadmill. See, treadmills. Okay, so in here we have maybe bike, elliptical. In here we have elliptical. In here we have dumbbells. See, for example, dumbbells. See, lifting weight, right? So you have a gym So in the gym, which one? So I want to know the number of occupants. So the architect is going to tell you for this space, we need 50 occupants, for example. Okay. So say that the architect, see in here, architect is going to tell you possibly, you say that 30 occupants. We need for this space 30 occupants. All right. But what is the code value? So the code value that we have is going to be the following. Okay. Code value is gonna be this. So let's put in here a line. So for the code value, we use the following formula. You need to know what is the number of people, which is PZ, so you can put this number in your outside air calculation. So in this case, the formula is PZ equals to the occupant density OD times AZ, the area that is already provided, divided by 1000. All right. So I'm going to put this in a rectangle because it's a very important formula. See, let's put this in a rectangle right here, like that. See, rectangle. Hopefully everything is straight. There we go. So that's the formula. So in this formula, what we're going to do now is going to replace. Okay, so plug in. PZ is going to be occupant density. So what is our example? I'm going to put in here example. So this is more very easily explained. Example, it's a gym, 1200 square feet. So for a gym, you have two options. Option number one, you have health club, aerobics room. You have health club, weight room. So for the weight room, you have an occupant density of 10. For aerobics room, you have an occupant density of 40. So in this case, we're gonna be more conservative. That depends on the designer and accuracy. So since it's the beginning, early stages of the design, for example, until they confirm, or this is also depending on your design, we're gonna take this value as conservative, 40. So we're saying that our gym is going to qualify for this category, health club, aerobics room. All right. So in this case, we're going to have 40 occupant density. So instead of OD, we're going to put in here 40. Let's put that in another color. Let's put it in white. So this is going to be 40. That comes from tables. And then we're going to go back to green. So what's the area? The area is going to be 1200 square feet. And this is going to be divided by 1000. All right. So I'm going to go to my calculator, and what does that give me? So it's going to be 40 times 1200 divided by 1000. So number of occupants is going to be 48. So let's put in here PZ. All right. PZ equals to 48 occupants. All right. 48 occupants. There we go. 48 occupants. All right. So this is what we call the code value. That's what we're explaining in here. So in this case, remember, this formula is very, very important. So let's go here, because you're going to be using this formula a lot, right? So it's usually when you don't have the number of occupants, you use this formula PZOD, which is occupant density, area divided by 1000. And also this is applicable. So you need to know the number of occupants, because this is also, so this also applies for heat loads. See, for heat loads. For the heat load calculation, we have one load that is called the internal load. See, this is internal loads, and then the category on this is people. So what is the people load? Based on the people load and the activity, see, you're gonna be able to find this internal load. That's why the number of occupants is a very important value. All right. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please hit the like button and subscribe, and also leave any comment. All right. So I'll see you in the next video.